Here's the caps I'll be using. 220 mic. These are 50 volt, where the ones in the Sencore are 35. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today's project's going to be some maintenance on the Sencore VG91. Haven't had any major issues with the VG91, but a couple of times when I was working on an old TV and I'd had it on for several hours, I was starting to get some distortion in the image, and I could turn it off, back on after it cooled down, and everything was okay then, as it is now. So after doing some online searches, I think what's happening, there's a power supply board inside the Sencore that has some filter caps on it. There's 5 specifically that need to be changed. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's get started. To remove the top of the generator, there are screws. So just taking them out, pull this off. The screw positions are in the same place, whether it be the top or the bottom. So this top is kind of discolored and dinged up a little. So when I put this back, I'm going to flip it over, and we'll have a nicer looking bezel around the top then. This top just slides in the back piece. Just slides in there. This is a power supply board, and while I don't see any caps that have leaked out, I think these 5 are the ones you want to be concerned with. But I did notice that these two back here getting really hot. Once the generator was on about an hour, and lay your finger on the top of these, it's super hot on both of these. Now these feel pretty normal. I don't think they're causing any problems, but we're going to replace all 5 of these smaller caps. And while I'm into it, I'm going to do some cleaning on the front. I think there's a way you can turn up this display, the backlight in it. See if I can figure that out. You can see it okay, but it'd be nice if it did have a good backlight there to make it a little brighter. There's the backlight now. Turned off the overhead lights. I'm going to look into that before I change those caps, and we'll see if we can figure out how to make that a little bit brighter. Here's the adjustment right here. See that little hole in the circuit board? Potentiometer right there. And that adjusts the backlight on the display. That's about where it was at. And much brighter. Before I change these caps, I wanted to show you the difference in temperature. This is one of the caps on the left. 108. One next to it, 109, 110. And the third one, about 116. 123. And here's the one that really feels hot. 168. The big caps in the back, 158. That was a little warmer. But a big difference between this one, 170, and this one, 109. So we'll put these 5 new ones in, and we'll check the temperature on them, see if it made any difference. We're unplugged. Can safely remove this circuit board. And it looks like there's 4 screws that hold it. All the plugs pulled off. These are a little tough to pull off. They seat down in there and they got a little retainer at the top edge that grabs that plug. But we got them unplugged. So now we'll take the screws out and pull this board out. Well, I see a diode on the bottom. I guess that was added at the factory, hopefully. No evidence at all of these caps being leaky and or leaked out anything, but we can tell more once we get them pulled out. There's the 2 that were getting pretty hot. 2 smaller ones right there. And all of these caps, or these small ones, are 220 mic, 35 volt. I think I have some new 220 at 50 volt. That's what we'll be putting in here. Here's the caps I'll be using. 220 mic. These are 50 volt. Where the ones in the Sencore are 35. So these are 105 degree caps. Okay, 5 new caps in. And I did elevate them off the board. I had to make them run a little cooler too. Of the 5 I took out, the only one that showed any evidence of leakage was that one that was getting hot. And it has an odor also from the bottom, that fish oil odor, that oily smell that comes out of these when they get hot. So even though it was still working, I think we made a good decision here to put these 5 new caps in. So let me get the board put back, and then we'll turn it on, make sure everything's working okay. We're still on channel 6. And there's our TV on channel 6. All right, we seem to be working okay. I'm going to leave this on. Just lay the cover back over it and let it warm up. Then we're going to check the temperature of those caps and compare and see if there's any difference. Much better than the old cap. 108, 110. 118 on that one. And 100 on that one, 102. And these 2 are down. That one's 90. That one's 89. So a definite difference. I think we were 160 on that one right there with the old one, and we're at 110. So I'm glad I put all 5 of those in. That should make this generator last hopefully a long time. So let's put it together. Well, that's going to wrap up the maintenance on this Sencore VG91 signal generator. How many of you use this book? Simplified instructions. And even tells you the frequencies on the tuner outputs. Most people don't. It says pull chart, but we very seldom ever use that. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. And the backlight looks pretty good when you turn all the overhead lights out. We hope you've enjoyed the video. And if you did, how about giving us a like and subscribe to our channel? Thanks.